What is up guys? My name is Imarkilian and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about how do I motivate myself. You are seeing me making all these videos all the time and I go to the gym a lot. I eat healthy foods a lot. I keep it consistent every time. So we recently just stepped in a new year and I know a lot of people and I know some of you guys also have New Year's resolutions. And that basically means a lot of people are having a new start. And with this new start, people find motivation to do actual things like going to the gym, wake up earlier, eat less food or more food, do something about your diet. You know, all the basic things everybody wants to work on, but don't actually do it most of the time. But now it's a new year, so they think, yeah, new year, new me, let's start over again. This time we are doing this right. And I have to say, I'm also guilty of that. I think the same way. I think most people do. And I know it sounds really corny because most of the people never really stick to it. They just have all these amazing plans at the start of the year and in a few weeks or months it will just fade away. But we can learn something from this, because why do we have this motivation when a new year starts? Why then, why at that moment do we start doing these things? And that question only already gives you the answer. So when a new year starts, all the things from last year don't matter anymore. It's a new start, a new beginning. And when you have a new beginning, you feel like you can do it right, because all the things you did wrong the last time just don't matter anymore. And that mindset is really motivating. So if you can use that, but not only in a year basis, because most of the people do it every year, you can also do it every month or even every week. And if you are really diehard, you can do it every day. What if you switch your mindset to the point where you think about everything I did yesterday doesn't matter, but today is a new beginning. So all the things that I did wrong yesterday, the day before that, a week ago, you can start today by doing it right. And that is just a small switch in your mindset that can change a lot in helping you find your motivation. And I know it is way too hard to start doing this every day, but you can also start doing it once in every 3 months. And then you can start doing it once in every 2 months, then once every month, then once every 3 weeks, and you go forth and forth. And within a year, you'll be able to do it every day and you find your own motivation every single day. It just takes some time. You have to be patient for this. So the key points here is that you have to forget about the past and only think about the future. And you have to be patient. Okay, so something else that really helps me to find more motivation is to step out of my comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone has also something to do with doing new things. So new things can be really challenging or scary for some people, and also for me, especially for me. I find new things that I've never done before really scary and I don't want to do it. I really want to go out of the way of that. But in these past years, I have learned that doing new things and stepping out of your comfort zone will give you motivation, it will give you energy, it will give you the confidence that you can do it. And again, you don't have to do it all in once, you can just start slowly. The point really is that you get there eventually. And here's an example from me. About a few months ago, I was really scared to film myself in public. And I really wanted to do that. It was something in my head that I just had to overcome that, because I want to make videos, I want to vlog, I want to film myself, and that is something I just really wanted to do, but I was way too scared of it, so I didn't do it. And then I actually told people that I was scared of that, and right now, sometime later, I just overcame that fear, just out of nowhere. It just flew away. I can now film myself publicly without even having to flinch. It just feels normal to me. And overcoming that fear really gave me more motivation to keep on going. When I did not overcome that fear, I really think I didn't have that much motivation. I would be stuck in the same position for not filming myself publicly. And I can just say, yeah, I did that and it was easy, but in reality it was not easy. And I actually needed a lot of help doing that, because on my own I couldn't do it. So what helped me to take the step to step out of the comfort zone is that I told people that I wanted to do something, but I was really scared of it. Or I wanted to do something really bad, but I was not doing it at that time. So people would tell me, yeah, I believe you can do it. Or people would tell me, why are you not doing it? Are you a loser? Come on, bro. And that just gave me a little pressure to actually do it. Just only for my friends and family, every time I tell them something, I want to do something and I wasn't doing it, they would keep me accountable for that. And I think that is a huge thing when it comes to motivation. And another thing that I just realized not a long time ago is that you have to take small steps. If you want to achieve bigger things or want to come over bigger fears, you have to take small steps in order to get there. If you want to go and do it all in once, it will just not happen. It is way too hard. You just have to think realistically about that. You know, a few small steps forward is better than not moving at all or even stepping backward. You just always want to move forward, and how fast you are doing it doesn't really matter. It is about moving forward. And with this, you can really take your time. You just have to imagine that it will be all right someday. Everything will be all right someday. So if you keep that in mind and you just keep moving forward, just don't stand still and do nothing. Even if it's you drinking one more glass of water every day or just eating one less piece of candy every day. It is just one little step, and every day, every week, every month, you will come closer to where you want to be. So taking your time and knowing everything will be alright really reduces your stress. And when I'm talking about taking your time, I'm also talking about resting. So let's say you finally have found your motivation and you start doing all these things, but you are doing it every single day and you're just going crazy. You don't want to ever stop, but one really important thing is that you have to take some rest. Because if you just keep on going and just never stop and it's way too much what you're actually doing, you can actually have a burnout, and that is not what you want. What you really want is to keep having that motivation and just keep on going, and you never want to be stopped, right? And if you are doing way too much and way too much in a short period of time, you get burned out and you have to stop. There is no other choice. In order to prevent burnout, you have to take some rest. Just like when you go to the gym, you can't go to the gym 7 days a week unless you're on steroids, but you need to have some rest days in between. When working on bigger goals in your life or just smaller goals, it doesn't really even matter, but you have to take some rest in between. And here's another example from me. I started YouTube more than a year ago, and I started making videos once a month or once every 3 months. And at some point I thought, yeah, I want to make more videos. My plan was to make videos every day, so I did that, but that was just way too much work for me. And then I was like, yeah, I just quit for a while. I just take a break. Let me just take a break. That was around the month November and December. And right now I am here talking to the camera and I feel really at peace. I feel really comfortable. And that is because I took that break of 1.5 months to actually rest myself and think about what I'm doing. What could I do better? How am I going to do this the right way? And I feel like when you have a break like that, you can really reflect and just take some rest. Every time I come back after a long time of resting, I just come back so much better. My creativity would just skyrocket and I make the best plans and the best things, in my opinion, that I've ever made. And one last thing that really helps me get more motivation, and is a really important thing for me, is that I remove distractions from when I'm working or when I'm doing things like filming or going to the gym. And I'm not only talking about distractions like your phone or even people who are distracting you or fun activities. I don't think that has a huge impact. The thing what has a bigger impact is those habits of these little distractions. I'm talking about a habit of watching series, watching YouTube videos, hours of scrolling on TikTok, doing drugs, drinking, binge eating, watching porn. All those things will distract you from where you want to go. If you want to achieve something and you want to go to a certain place, you have to remove all those distractions. And I know it sounds harsh for some people, but if you really want to get there, you just have to remove them. If those distractions are gone, you can really focus on what you are doing and where you want to be. And I'm not saying you should stop seeing your friends or family and having a fun time with them. You can also have a fun time with them without all those small distractions. And that is basically everything that works for me to keep myself motivated and have this kind of dedication. And who knows, it also works for you. You can try it, but if it doesn't work for you, you shouldn't do it that way. Find your own way, what works for you, and maybe you can just use some tips from what I gave you. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to help me grow into a bigger channel so I can make more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!